Peace and blessings, beautiful people. Peace and blessings. This is Empress Imani, and welcome to this episode of Sacred Love Lessons. This episode is sponsored by Manifest Your Magic Within. This 30-minute webinar will show you how to go from confusion to clarity, from waiting to action, and from scarcity to abundance. Go over to manifestyourmagicwithin.com for more information and to enroll in this 30-minute webinar. So you guys, I want to talk to you today about clarity. Clarity. What is clarity? Clarity is the ability to see the pathway to success. The ability to see the pathway to success. And it has been my experience that when you are able to see clearly, when you know who you are, when you're able to see that sight will help lead you to the pathway to success. And you guys know, when I'm not teaching sacred love lessons, I am serving humanity through my skills as an attorney, right? So I was thinking about this case that I've been working on, and we've been working on it with, another law firm in conjunction with ours. And so when we first started the case, the outside counsel, they did not seem to be very clear as to what they wanted, how they wanted it, what direction they were going in. And our role in the case is to support outside counsel, right? But it was difficult, challenging to support them because they didn't know what they wanted. And so I noticed that attorneys on our side began to get somewhat confused. They seemed confused. They began to ask a lot of questions because they were trying to get to clarity. That's what it really was all about, clarity. And then I noticed that as the days went on, and keep in mind, I was asking a lot of questions. This is my forte, asking a lot of questions. I've always asked a lot of questions, even as a small child. That's my thing, right? And shout out to all my Scorpios. Let me just pause right here. Happy Scorpio season. Yay! You guys know this is my favorite time of the year. Not just because it's my solar return season, but because this is the season of intuition. This is the season of clarity. And I just like to shout out all of my Scorps, wherever you have Scorpio placement in your natal chart, your astrology chart. Shout out to you, right? Because this is our season. So back to my story. So we're asking these attorneys all these different questions. And I noticed as the days went on within the week, as they began to answer those questions for us, they begin to get clear. And what I noticed in that clarity, as they began to get clear on what they wanted, what direction they wanted to go in, momentum began to build, right? Momentum began to build. And then I noticed when I spoke to them yesterday that there was this level of confidence that they exuded over the call that I had not heard. Because day one, there was uncertainty. There was a lot of uncertainty. And even though they were not expressly stating that, I could pick up on that energy and I could hear it in their voice of the uncertainty, right? Clarity brings sight. The ability to see the pathway to success. Okay? That's why clarity is so important, because it brings sight. the ability to see the pathway to success. Another thing that clarity brings is certainty, a level of knowledge that breeds self-confidence. And I saw that building with each day as we went through the process. I saw that building in our outside counsel, the confidence that they needed to move forward, right? And then the next thing, the third thing that clarity brings is inspiration. Now, this is where you have the desire to take action. Why? Because one, you have the sight. You can see the pathway to your end goal. Two, your self-confidence has been either restored or established. You feel empowered, right? There's this energy of empowerment. And now you have all of this divine inspiration that is pulling you toward the pathway to the point you want to take action. And then fourth, clarity brings power. As you have more clarity, right? As you have more sight, as you become more certain, as you have more self-confidence, more inspiration, more desire to move toward the pathway to success, you begin to stand in your power. Now, this reminds me of the movie, The Mummy. You guys know I love watching movies. And the movie, The Mummy, Part 1, they were on their way, they were on this quest, right? And they were on their way to the city of Hamunaptra. If you guys haven't seen this movie, go check it out. They were on their way to the city of Hamunaptra. But you couldn't just go to Hamunaptra. Hamunaptra was in the Egyptian desert, right? You couldn't just go there. You had to wait to a specific time. You had to wait till the sun shined. It was like the great rising, you guys. Till the sun was at the right degree over the pyramid, at the right place, at the right time. And then everything was made clear. And we watched them go through that process. I'm going to see if I can find the clip to that video so you can see what I'm talking about. And I'm going to post it on my Facebook today, you guys. So you can just catch me later on this evening and it'll be up. Go over to Imani Sankofa on Facebook and it'll be up, right? But when the sun hit a certain degree at a certain place, certain time over the Egyptian pyramid, then everything became clear to the group that was on this quest. And when the smoke cleared, when the fog cleared, everything cleared away, they could see the pathway to Hamunaptra. And they immediately just start bolting with everything that they have, just charging forward 500% to the city of Hamunaptra. And that reminds me of our lesson today on clarity, right? That when you have clarity, and I'll just recap, you have sight. You have the ability to see the pathway to success. You have a certain level of certainty, a certain level of knowledge that breeds self-confidence. You are divinely inspired to where you want to take action and just run toward the pathway of success. And as you do all of this, you stand in your power. So that is my teaching, my lesson for you today. Get clarity. Whatever is going on in your life, whatever you are facing today, there is a process to clarity. Get clarity. And then once you see the pathway to success, stand in your power and move fast speed ahead to the pathway of success. So that's my lesson for you today. I hope this lesson has been of help for you Don't forget to go over to manifestyourmagicwithin.com, manifestyourmagicwithin.com, where you can find an awesome webinar that will help you to get clarity on your pathway to success. And until we speak again, be the light.